What is going on, broskies? It is Lupus, and in today's video I'd like to talk to you guys about something that has always unnerved me within the Battlefield 4 community ever since the game came out in October, and that is the hatred for people who try and support the game. And when I talk about people who are trying to support the game, I do mean people who continue to make Battlefield 4 videos even though they know that the game is broken. That also includes people who have participated in Ronku and have been paid via that. And a lot of people look at that in a negative way and say that people who are making videos, even if they aren't underneath Ronku, are being paid off in some way, and that is the only reason that they do it. What I would like to quickly explain and get out of the way is the real reason why we continue to make Battlefield 4 videos, and to try and bring an end to the hatred that people have for people who support the game. And a lot of you guys may end up hitting the dislike button throughout this video, so be advised that this is going to kind of talk about things that if you have a bad experience with Battlefield 4, you will not like what I'm going to say. So if you feel like you don't want to hear what I'm going to say, then you might as well just leave the video already. But if you would like to understand my standpoint and the standpoint of 90% of YouTubers who make Battlefield 4 videos, then stay tuned and let me explain. So to start off with, when Battlefield 4 came out, of course it was broken. Over the past 6 or 7 months, they've been trying to improve it. They've been making a lot of patches that have done more damage than good in some cases. This has left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. A lot of people feel like they threw $60 away, and if they see a person who even enjoys the game in the slightest or ignores the things that are wrong within the game, they point it out and they seek it out and try and destroy it as if it is a tumor within the Battlefield 4 community. A lot of people who fall under this criteria are the people who make YouTube videos such as myself, and the even more infamous tumors within our society to a lot of people who have had a bad experience are the people who get invited to events, the people who get paid via Ronku, the people who try and promote the game, who are big YouTube channels, who make a lot of money off of what they are doing. They look at this in a negative way, and they look at it as if that person could not possibly enjoy the game. The only reason they do it is because they are being paid. I myself have been accused of being paid, and I've also been accused of going underneath Ronku. And the simple fact is, I am not partnered on YouTube. I've made absolutely no money off of YouTube at this point. Sure, I could be making money, and if I was partnered, I would probably make a decent amount of money, but I have not at this point. The sheer reason that I make videos is because I enjoy doing it. And I have never participated in Ronku. I have been given the opportunity and advised to by people such as Pwnstar and Westy, but I never really wanted to jump upon that offer because it's just not something that I'm interested at this point. Another thing is the hatred for Ronku. That thing that I would like to go over about that is I would like to first explain what Ronku does actually, and then I would also like to explain why Ronku is not the reason why these people make their videos. So to start off with, I have talked to Pwnstar and I've also talked to Westy about Ronku and have a decent understanding of what exactly it is. Now, I'm not a wizard at what it is, but I have a decent understanding and I feel like I can explain that to you guys. So to start off with, you do not have to make positive videos about Battlefield 4. All they have to do is demonstrate something within Battlefield 4, and not that you can't necessarily make a negative video and expect it to qualify for Ronku, of course, but it doesn't have to be positive. You don't have to talk about how great the game is. As long as you are featuring something that is within the game that might interest somebody who does not play the game, then that can qualify for Ronku. So if you make a weapon review, you're not necessarily praising the game for how good it is, but you are promoting something that is within the game. That video could qualify for Ronku. And people such as Westy, Pwnstar for Hire, Level Cap, Jack Frags, and Frankie on PC are a lot of people who are infamous for having participated in Ronku in some way and are looked upon negatively for doing so. And the simple fact is, these people did not start their YouTube channels being paid by Ronku. Westy started his channel a little over a year ago or something, a year or 2 years, something like that, and about this time last year, he was at my size channel. And over the next year, he managed to grow his channel off of reporting news for Battlefield 4. Not because he was being paid, because he was at my size, where, once again, if he was being paid, it was because he was partnered. and he was just making videos because he enjoyed the game. I love Battlefield, even if it is broken and I complain a decent bit. That doesn't mean that I want to go and bash the game every single time I do something. I actually just enjoy making videos about Battlefield. I would do videos about other games, but that requires a different style and a different approach, and you're talking to a different audience. I like the audience of Battlefield, and I like the videos that I make that are Battlefield styled, and a lot of other people who do Battlefield videos have the same feeling behind what they are doing. Westy started off his channel with a good amount of success and was able to grow his channel a lot, and eventually he got recognized by EA and by DICE, and now he is able to go out to events, he is able to get paid through Ronku and make more money to further his PC build, to buy stuff for his girlfriend, to do stuff like that. That's what he's able to get just because he supported the game. The next thing I would like to talk to you guys about is what happens if we all lose faith in Battlefield 4 and if nobody is supporting it. If us YouTubers were not making videos supporting the game, and if there were not those people who continue to play Battlefield 4 at this point in time, what would happen to Battlefield? A very similar scenario is Medal of Honor Warfighter. If you guys remember when that game came out, it did not have a big fan base. Nobody really knew much about Medal of Honor Warfighter, but a lot of people gave it a try because it sounded interesting and it used the Frostbite engine. Well, it did have some bugs in it, and while I still think the game is really good, a lot of people gave it one chance and then gave up on it. Now, if you try and go play Medal of Honor or Medal of Honor Warfighter, you will find nobody online, and it is impossible to get gameplay on it. It is possible to play the game because there's nobody playing it. If that were to happen to Battlefield 4, if people lost faith in the game so much to the point that they stopped playing it, EA would do what they did to Medal of Honor Warfighter, and they would end the series completely. Either that, or they would pass the series on to somebody else. And while they are somewhat doing that supposedly this year with a Battlefield Police game, if we did not have any DICE Battlefield games, then it would not be the Battlefield experience, and that would be definitely something that we would all miss and regret not supporting the game. So these people that you look at and see their videos about Battlefield 4, and you look at it with a negative approach because you've had a bad experience within Battlefield 4, think about this. Those people are the ones who are going to get the game fixed. We support the game. Anybody who plays the game supports the game. And the people who, instead of criticizing the game and continuing to spam Battlefield's tweet, spamming Battlelog with messages of hatred and talking about the things wrong with the game, the people who instead message them with criticism and hoping that they can fix it and telling them, I know this is wrong within the game, but maybe you could do this to fix it, or maybe you could fix this, then that is a better approach because that's showing support and that's encouraging them to do better. That shows that their fans care, and what ends up happening is they improve the game, and eventually the Battlefield is going to be at a playable state and people are going to enjoy playing it. But those people who hate it now, who go back and play it later and are like, oh, they fixed it, it's not because of them that the game ends up being fixed. It's because of the people who actually supported the game throughout its entire life, even in the times of dismay when the game looked like it was going to be broken. That's all for today's video. I just wanted to quickly explain what exactly goes on with the hatred for people who support it, and why supporting the game is very important, and what exactly Ronku is, why these people get sent out to events. It's not because they're being paid, it's because they worked their butt off to support the game and eventually got recognized. I look at it as an investment. If I were to spend $60 on Battlefield 4 and continue to spend this time making videos, eventually I will get recognized and I'll be invited out to events, seeing stuff early, get invited out to LA like all these other guys are, and that would be the investment. I spend $60 and a little effort making videos, look at what I get in return. So next time you decide to think negatively about Battlefield 4, remember this. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to hear your opinions on the support and hatred for Battlefield 4 in the comment section down below. But as always, this has been Lupus, and I will catch you guys in the next one.